Hey everyone, and welcome to the KenkoVibe podcast. I'm Ethan Reed,
And I'm Grace Morgan.
and today we are going deep on natural weight loss tips, all backed by science.
We are going to ditch those fad diets.
Exactly, and embrace a healthier and way more sustainable approach to managing weight.
Yeah, it's really amazing all the research that's come out recently about how we can actually work with our bodies to achieve a healthy weight.
Totally. And we're kicking things off with protein.
Yes.
It's always a hot topic in the health world.
Always.
Did you know that a high-protein diet can actually boost your metabolism?
It's true. A high-protein diet can really fire up your metabolism. It's like giving your body's calorie-burning engine a turbo boost.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, and it's not just about burning calories. Either protein can actually help you feel fuller for longer.
Oh, yeah.
So imagine starting your day with a protein-packed breakfast, maybe some eggs,
Love eggs.
and just sailing through your morning without those nagging hunger pangs.
I've totally noticed that myself. When I have protein first thing in the morning, I don't even think about snacks until way later.
Right, it's like a secret weapon against mindless munching.
Absolutely. And speaking of feeling satisfied, let's talk about whole foods.
Yes.
Fruits and vegetables, lean proteins,
Mm.
whole grains.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, these are the building blocks of a healthy diet. And when you focus on these nutrient-rich foods, you're naturally crowding out all those processed ingredients, the added sugars, the unhealthy fats that make it so hard to lose weight.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's like a 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah.
You're nourishing your body with what it needs to thrive.
Yeah.
And you're making it so much easier to reach a healthy weight without feeling deprived.
Without feeling like you're missing out.
Yeah, exactly.
And while we're on the topic of what we should be eating,
Mhm.
let's talk about something we should try to avoid.
Okay.
Added sugar.
Oh, yes, added sugar.
It hides in so many processed foods,
Mm.
and a lot of people are eating way more than they realize.
I think most people don't even know how much added sugar they're actually consuming.
And the average American consumes something like 15 teaspoons of added sugar every day.
15 teaspoons a day.
That is scary.
It's a lot, and it's no wonder it's linked to so many different health problems.
Yeah, it's like a silent saboteur.
It is. It's like a sneaky little saboteur.
So we got to become label detectives.
We need to be aware of what's actually in our food.
Right. And one simple swap we can all make is trading in those sugary drinks for water.
Oh, yes. Good old H2O.
It's calorie-free, and studies show it can actually increase calorie burn.
It's amazing that something so basic can actually make such a big difference.
Right. Just 17 ounces of water can boost your metabolism by 24 to 30% for a whole hour.
It's true. And you know what? It's easier than squeezing in an extra workout.
For sure. Small changes can have big impact. And, speaking of beverages, a lot of us love coffee and get that morning started.
Coffee lovers unite.
I know, I do. But guess what? Unsweetened coffee can actually help you lose weight.
It's true. Coffee can give you more energy, and that might make you want to move around more and burn some calories.
Makes sense.
And studies show that coffee can actually increase your metabolism, too, by 3 to 11%.
Wow.
And it could even reduce your risk of type 2 diabetes by 23 to 50%. So that's pretty significant.
Yeah, that's huge.
It's a morning pick-me-up that really does double duty.
Absolutely. We're talking about unsweetened coffee here.
Yes.
None of that sugar and cream.
Keep it clean and simple.
Yeah, exactly. And if you are looking for an extra boost in your weight loss journey, there is a scientifically backed supplement called glucomannan.
Glucomannan.
Yeah, have you heard of that?
I have. It's a natural dietary fiber that works in some pretty cool ways.
Okay.
It actually expands in your stomach to make you feel full, and it slows down how quickly your stomach empties so you stay satisfied for longer.
Okay, that's interesting. But how does that actually translate to weight loss?
Well, it's been shown to reduce the absorption of fat and protein, which helps manage your weight.
Oh, wow.
And it feeds the good bacteria in your gut, which is so important for overall health. And the best part is it's super low in calories.
So it helps you feel full and helps control portions.
It's kind of like a secret weapon, but there's one thing to keep in mind. Glucomannan absorbs a lot of water.
Okay.
So make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids when you take it.
Yeah, we don't want it turning into a gel in your throat.
Right.
Always a good idea to talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement just to make sure it's right for you.
Absolutely. Informed choices are key.
And speaking of things that can derail our weight loss efforts, let's talk about liquid calories. Those sugary drinks, juices, energy drinks.
All the tasty but not so healthy beverages.
They're packed with empty calories that could really sneak up on you.
It's true. And the scary thing is, Our brains don't register liquid calories the same way they do calories from solid food, so you can end up consuming way more than you think.
Yeah, that's why it's so easy to overdo it.
And that can lead to weight gain and other health problems.
One study found a 60% increased risk of obesity in children for each daily serving of sugary drinks.
Wow.
It's serious.
That's a serious wake-up call.
So ditch the sugary drinks and opt for water, unsweetened tea, or even sparkling water with a squeeze of lemon or lime.
Refreshing.
Okay, so let's switch gears and talk about refined carbs.
Right.
These are the carbs that have been stripped of their nutrients and fiber. We're talking white bread, white rice pastries, all those tempting but not so healthy treats.
Right, they might taste good, but they digest so quickly, and that can lead to blood sugar spikes and cravings, which can make it really hard to lose weight.
And they don't keep you feeling full for very long, so you're more likely to overeat.
Yeah, it creates a vicious cycle.
So how do we break free from this refined carb roller coaster?
It's all about choosing those wholesome, fiber-rich options.
Like,
Whole grains, fruits, vegetables, legumes, they give you sustained energy, keep you feeling full, and they're packed with all those nutrients your body loves.
it's about making those smart swaps. Now let's talk about a topic that's gotten really popular lately, intermittent fasting.
Okay.
I know it sounds a little intimidating, but it's not about starving yourself.
No, not at all.
It's more about being strategic with the timing of your meals.
Yeah, there are a few different approaches like the 5.2 diet, the 16.8 method, and the stop-eat method.
A lot of options.
But the main idea is to reduce your overall calorie intake without being super restrictive about specific foods.
So it's more about when you eat, not necessarily what you eat.
You got it.
What are the benefits besides weight loss?
Well, studies show it can improve insulin sensitivity, blood pressure, and even brain health.
Wow, that's impressive.
It's a really powerful tool, but remember, it's not for everyone.
Right.
And it's super important to talk to your doctor, especially if you have any underlying health conditions.
Always a good idea to get that professional guidance.
Absolutely.
Now let's talk about another beverage that can help with weight loss. Green tea.
Ah, green tea.
I've heard it can boost your metabolism and help burn fat.
Yes, green tea is full of antioxidants, and it's been linked to all sorts of health benefits, including weight loss studies have actually shown it can increase energy expenditure by 4% and can even enhance fat burning by up to 17%, especially in the belly area.
Belly fat is always the hardest to target, so that's good to know.
If you want an even more concentrated dose of those antioxidants, you could try matcha green tea.
Oh yeah,
It's essentially finely ground green tea leaves, so it's packed with even more goodness.
I'm intrigued. Okay, so let's talk about something we all know is good for us, fruits and vegetables.
Nature's candy.
Yeah, they are nutritional powerhouses loaded with vitamins, minerals, fiber, and water, which makes them so filling and satisfying.
And they're naturally low in calories.
Yeah, so you can eat a lot of them without overdoing it.
Exactly, and all those nutrients help your body function at its best, which can actually support weight loss.
So fill up on those colorful fruits and veggies. It's a simple strategy, but it makes a huge difference.
It does.
Okay, let's move on to a concept that's often overlooked, but it's incredibly powerful, mindful eating.
Oh yes, being mindful of what we're eating is so important. It's so easy to just mindlessly snack or overeat without even realizing it.
So it's about being more intentional with our meals.
Exactly, paying attention to portion sizes, savoring each bite, and really being present while we're eating.
Even without calorie counting, just being more aware of what we're putting in our bodies can make a big difference.
Absolutely. And if you want, you can keep a food diary or use an app to track your meals. It can be really eye-opening to see what you're actually consuming.
Yeah, it can help us identify those areas where we might be overdoing it.
It's not about deprivation, it's about making conscious choices.
Love that. Okay, get ready for this next tip. It might surprise you.
All right, I'm ready.
Use smaller plates.
Smaller plates.
I know it sounds strange, but research has shown that people tend to fill their plates no matter how big they are.
That's interesting.
So if you're using a smaller plate, you'll naturally serve yourself less food.
It's like a little mind trick.
Right. And if you feel satisfied with a smaller portion, you're less likely to overeat.
Makes sense.
Now let's talk about a diet that's become pretty popular in recent years. The low-carb diet.
Okay.
It's been shown to be effective for weight loss, but how does it actually work?
Well, the idea is to limit your carbohydrate intake and increase your consumption of fat and protein.
Okay.
When you restrict carbs, your body shifts from burning glucose for fuel to burning fat.
So you're training your body to become a fat-burning machine.
You could say that.
Are there any other benefits besides weight loss?
Yeah, studies have shown that low-carb diets can improve blood sugar control, lower blood pressure, and reduce triglyceride levels.
That's fantastic.
But as always, it's essential to talk to your doctor before making any big dietary changes, just to make sure it's a good fit for you.
Good advice. Okay, so let's talk about something we often rush through in our busy lives, eating. I'm talking about slowing down and actually savoring our food.
The lost art of slow eating.
It's so easy to scarf down our meals without even thinking about it.
It's true. But did you know that eating slowly can actually help you lose weight?
Really? How does that work?
When you eat quickly, your body doesn't have time to register that you're full.
Mm.
And that can lead to overeating. But when you slow down and savor each bite, you give your body a chance to catch up and tell you when it's had enough aura. Studies have shown that slow eaters tend to consume fewer calories and feel more satisfied after meals.
That's amazing how such a simple adjustment can make such a big difference.
It's all about being more present and mindful during meal times.
Speaking of mindful eating, let's talk about a food that often gets a bad rap, but it's actually a nutritional superstar. Eggs.
Eggs!
Yeah, for a long time people were afraid to eat eggs because of the cholesterol.
Right.
But research has shown that dietary cholesterol doesn't really have a big impact on blood cholesterol levels for most people.
That's good to know.
So we can enjoy our eggs guilt-free.
We
And what makes them so good for weight loss?
Eggs are packed with protein, healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals. They're super versatile, and they keep you feeling full for longer thanks to that protein, which can really help prevent overeating. One study actually found that eating eggs for breakfast can lead to 65% greater weight loss compared to eating bagels for breakfast.
Wow, 65%. That's impressive.
It is.
Okay, now let's add a little spice to our weight loss journey.
Oh, I like spice.
And I'm not just talking about flavor.
Ooh, tell me more.
I'm talking about capsaicin,
Capsaicin.
a compound found in chili peppers and jalapenos. If you enjoy spicy food, you're in luck. Capsaicin has actually been shown to boost metabolism and increase fat burning.
So those spicy dishes can actually help us reach our goals.
Yes, but it's best to go easy on the spice if you're not used to it.
Definitely start slow and see how your body reacts.
Now let's talk about a connection that might surprise you, the link between gut health and weight loss.
Oh, gut health.
Yeah, how does that play a role in weight management?
You know, the bacteria that live in our gut, they played a big role in digestion metabolism, and overall health research has shown that people who are overweight or obese tend to have different gut bacteria than people who are lean.
So our gut bacteria can actually influence our weight.
It can, and that's why taking care of our gut is so important.
What can we do to nurture our gut health and support our weight loss?
Well, one way is to eat fermented foods like yogurt, sauerkraut, and kimchi. These foods are rich in probiotics, which are those beneficial bacteria that can help restore balance to the gut. Another option is to consider taking probiotic supplements.
It's incredible how everything in our body is connected.
It's a complex and amazing system.
Now let's talk about something we all crave, but don't always get enough of sleep. We know it's essential for our physical and mental health, but how does it impact our weight?
Sleep is more important for weight management than a lot of people realize. When we don't get enough sleep,
Yeah.
our bodies produce more of the stress hormone, cortisol. And while cortisol is helpful in small amounts, it can really mess with our appetite when we're chronically stressed. It makes us crave those sugary, fatty comfort foods.
Like our bodies are trying to self-soothe with food when we're tired.
Exactly. And so often those comfort foods aren't so comforting in the long run.
Not at all. So getting those 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night is crucial for balanced hormones, a regulated appetite, and healthy weight management.
Can't emphasize that enough.
Okay, let's talk about another important nutrient for weight loss, fiber. We know it's good for digestion, but how does it help us manage our weight?
So fiber is a type of carbohydrate that our bodies can't digest.
Interesting.
But even though we can't break it down, it still plays a huge role in our health and weight.
So how does this indigestible nutrient help us manage weight?
Well, fiber helps us feel full and satisfied after meals, which can stop us from overeating, and it slows down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, which helps regulate blood sugar levels.
So it keeps our energy levels stable.
Exactly. It prevents those energy crashes that can lead to cravings.
And it helps with regularity.
Yeah, it can prevent constipation, which is always a bonus.
Always a plus. So how can we make sure we're getting enough fiber?
Easy. Eat plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes.
Sounds good. Okay, get ready for this next tip. It's a little unusual.
Okay, ready.
Brush your teeth after meals.
Brush my teeth.
Yeah, I know it sounds strange, but it can actually help.
Interesting.
Brushing your teeth not only freshens your breath and removes food particles, but it can signal to your brain that mealtime is over.
Oh, like a mental reset button.
Exactly, and that minty flavor can help reduce cravings for sweets.
Okay, I can see that.
So if you're tempted to snack after a meal, try brushing your teeth instead.
Makes sense.
Okay, so now let's talk about something a little more serious. Food addiction. It can be a tough subject, but it's important to acknowledge that it's a real condition,
Is.
and it can make weight loss incredibly challenging.
Food addiction is a serious issue. People who struggle with it experience intense cravings and a loss of control around food.
It's like any other addiction.
It involves changes in brain chemistry similar to drug addiction.
So what can people do to overcome food addiction?
Well, the first step is recognizing that there's a problem and seeking professional help. There are therapists and support groups that specialize in food addiction, and they can provide really valuable guidance and support.
That's good to know.
It's also really important to identify those trigger foods and develop healthy coping mechanisms for dealing with stress and emotions.
Absolutely, and it's important to remember that we're not alone in this.
You're never alone.
Okay, let's move on to exercise, which is an essential part of any weight loss plan.
You can't talk about weight loss without talking about exercise.
Right, it helps us burn calories, build muscle, improve our mood, and boost our metabolism.
And there are two main types of exercise, cardio and resistance training.
So cardio gets our heart rate up, and resistance training builds muscle.
Exactly. Cardio exercises like running, swimming, and biking are awesome for burning calories, while resistance training, like weightlifting, builds muscle mass, which actually helps you burn more calories even when you're at rest.
It's a win-win.
It is.
The key is to find activities you enjoy and that you can fit into your lifestyle.
And remember, it doesn't have to be all or nothing.
Right.
Even small amounts of exercise can make a big difference. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise most days of the week. But really, any movement is better than no movement.
Great advice. Now, let's talk about a popular supplement that can aid in weight loss, whey protein.
Whey protein is a great source of protein that's easily absorbed by the body.
Okay.
It can be super helpful for people trying to build muscle or lose weight.
So it can help us reach our fitness goals faster.
Studies have shown that whey protein can increase muscle mass, reduce appetite, and promote fat loss.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. How can we incorporate whey protein into our diets?
You can add it to smoothies, yogurt, oatmeal, or you can just mix it with water or milk.
Sounds versatile. Are there any things we should look for when choosing a whey protein powder?
Oh yeah, definitely. You want to choose one that's low in sugar and artificial ingredients.
Good tip.
Read those labels.
Now let's talk about a technique that can help us be more mindful of our eating habits. Mindful eating.
Mindful eating.
Yeah, it's about paying attention to your food and the experience of eating, slowing down, savoring each bite, and just being present in the moment.
It can help you distinguish between physical hunger and emotional hunger.
Oh, interesting.
And that can help you make better food choices and avoid overeating.
How can we practice mindful eating?
Well, one technique is to eliminate distractions while you're eating. Turn off the TV, put away your phone, just focus on your food.
Yeah.
Another one is to eat slowly and chew your food thoroughly, paying attention to the textures and the flavors, and most importantly, listen to your body's signals of hunger and fullness.
It's about tuning into those internal cues.
Absolutely.
Okay, now for a final thought. I think it's really important to emphasize that losing weight and keeping it off is not about quick fixes or fad diets.
No, it's about making gradual changes to your eating and exercise habits that you can stick with over time.
It's about creating a lifestyle that nourishes your body and mind, not just a temporary fix.
Exactly. Focus on nourishing your body with healthy foods and find activities you enjoy that keep you active. Remember, it's a journey, not a destination.
I love that perspective, and we have covered a lot of ground today, but we're not done yet. Stay tuned for Power of a Wow. Part 2 of our deep dive into natural weight loss, where we will explore even more tips and strategies to help you achieve your goals.
We'll be back soon. Welcome back to KenkoVibe. We're continuing our deep dive into natural weight loss tips, and I'm excited to share more insights.
I'm ready for more. In the last segment, we talked about how important it is to make sustainable lifestyle changes instead of falling for those restrictive temporary diets.
Exactly. Dieting often sets us up for that yo-yo effect,
Yeah.
where we lose weight only to gain it back, and sometimes even more.
It's a vicious cycle, and it can be really discouraging.
It is. It can really take a toll on our motivation
Right.
and our self-esteem. So how do we break free from that pattern and create change that actually lasts?
Yeah, how do we do that?
It's about shifting our focus from short-term weight loss to long-term health and well-being.
Oh.
Instead of looking for a quick fix, we want to create a lifestyle that nourishes our body and mind.
That makes sense. It's not just about the number on the scale. It's about feeling good in our own skin.
Exactly, and that involves incorporating regular physical activity, managing stress effectively, and making gradual, sustainable changes to our eating habits.
So it's a holistic approach.
It is. It's about addressing all aspects of our well-being.
And I think it's important to talk about setting realistic goals.
Oh, absolutely. That's crucial. It's easy to get caught up in those promises of quick weight loss, but crash diets and extreme measures, they're just not sustainable and they can actually be harmful.
Yeah, they often lead to burnout and disappointment.
They do. So how do we set realistic goals that actually set us up for success?
That's the question.
We'll start by having a conversation with your doctor or a registered dietitian. They can help you figure out a healthy weight range for your body type and your activity level.
Okay.
And they can give you personalized guidance on making safe and effective changes to your diet and exercise routine.
So it's about finding what works for you.
Exactly. Everyone is different.
Right. And I imagine it helps to break down those goals into smaller, more manageable steps.
Absolutely. Instead of aiming to lose, say, 20 pounds in a month, start by aiming for 1 to 2 pounds a week.
Okay.
Those small wins, they can create a really powerful sense of accomplishment and keep you motivated along the way.
Yeah, those small steps can add up to big results over time.
They do. It's like the small steps eventually turn into miles traveled.
Love that analogy.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the importance of support. Having a supportive network can make all the difference when it comes to achieving goals, especially health and well-being goals.
Oh, for sure. Losing weight can be really challenging, and it's so much easier when you have people cheering you on and holding you accountable.
Yeah, it's like having a team.
It is. Talk to your friends and family about your goals. Let them know how they can support you. Maybe you have a friend who wants to join you on walks or try new healthy recipes together.
Yeah, making healthy habits more fun.
Exactly. And if you're looking for even more support, you could consider joining a support group or working with a health coach.
Oh, yeah.
Having that guidance and encouragement can really boost your confidence and help you through those inevitable challenges.
It's a reminder that we don't have to do it alone.
You don't. You're never alone.
Let's talk about mindset, because I think our mindset plays a huge role in weight loss.
Oh, absolutely. Your mindset is incredibly powerful if you believe you can achieve your goals. You're much more likely to succeed.
So we got to believe in ourselves.
We do focus on positive self-talk instead of dwelling on setbacks. Celebrate your accomplishments no matter how small they may seem. Remember, progress, not perfection, is the key.
It's easy to get caught up in that all or nothing thinking.
Huh. It is, but it's so important to be kind to ourselves and acknowledge that slip-ups are a normal part of the process. It's about getting back on track and continuing to move forward.
Love that weight loss is a journey, not a race.
Exactly. There will be ups and downs along the way. It's about learning from those experiences and continuing to grow.
Now, I think it would be helpful to talk about some of the challenges people often face when they're trying to lose weight, and I think cravings are a big one.
Oh yeah, cravings are definitely a common struggle.
They're a normal part of life, but they can really sabotage our efforts.
They can. So how do we manage those cravings in a healthy way without feeling deprived?
That's the million-dollar question.
Well, one strategy is to identify your trigger foods. You know, those foods that you just can't resist once you know what they are. You can start to make conscious choices about how to handle them. Maybe you avoid them altogether, or maybe you find healthier alternatives that satisfy those cravings without derailing your progress.
So it's about finding those healthier swaps.
It is, for example, if you're craving chocolate, try having a piece of dark chocolate with a higher percentage of cacao instead of reaching for a milk chocolate bar.
Okay, that makes sense. And what about those times when we just feel like we can't control our cravings?
Well, another helpful tip is to make sure you're eating regular meals and snacks throughout the day when you let yourself get too hungry. Your willpower tends to go out the window.
It's true, when I'm hangry, I make bad decisions.
We've all been there. It's all about keeping those blood sugar levels stable and preventing those energy crashes that can lead to poor choices.
Makes sense.
And don't be afraid to indulge occasionally. Depriving yourself completely can actually backfire and lead to binge eating later on.
Oh, yeah.
Allow yourself a small treat now and then, but do so mindfully and in moderation.
It's all about finding that balance.
It is.
Another challenge I know I face is navigating social situations, where food is often front and center.
Oh, yeah. Social events can definitely be tricky.
It can be tough to stick to healthy eating when you're surrounded by temptations and social pressure.
I hear you, but there are strategies to help you stay on track without feeling like you're missing out.
Okay, like what?
Well, one helpful tip is to plan ahead. If you know you're going to a party or event where there will be lots of food, eat a healthy meal or snack beforehand.
So you're not starving when you get there.
Exactly. That way you'll be less likely to overindulge.
Good tip.
And if you're the one hosting, you could offer to bring a healthy dish to share.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That way, there will be at least one option that you can enjoy guilt-free.
And remember, it's okay to politely decline foods you don't want to eat.
Oh, absolutely. You can simply say, "Thank you, but I'm trying to eat healthy right now," or
Just
"I'm already full, but thank you for offering."
most people will understand.
They will.
Okay, let's talk about another common hurdle, plateaus.
Ah, plateaus.
We've all been there, that frustrating feeling when the scale just won't budge.
It's like hitting a wall.
It is. You're working hard but not seeing results.
Plateaus are the normal part of the process. They happen when your body adapts to your new diet and exercise routine and becomes more efficient at utilizing energy.
So our bodies are always adapting.
They are. But how do we break through those plateaus and
Yeah.
keep making progress?
Yeah, how do we outsmart our bodies?
Well, one strategy is to change up your workouts if you've been doing the same routine for a while. Your body might have gotten used to it.
Oh, yeah.
So try adding new exercises or increasing the intensity or duration of your workouts to challenge your muscles and boost your metabolism.
So it's about keeping our bodies guessing.
Exactly. And sometimes adjusting your calorie intake slightly can help you break through a plateau too. If you've been eating the same number of calories for a while, you might need to make a small reduction to continue losing weight.
So it's about finding that sweet spot.
It is where you're challenging your body but not restricting yourself too much.
And most importantly, don't get discouraged.
Yeah, plateaus are temporary.
They-
With a little perseverance and a willingness to adjust your approach, you'll break through them and keep moving toward your goals.
It's all about those long-term wins.
Yeah.
Now, I think it would be helpful to mention some resources that can provide support and guidance on the weight loss journey.
Absolutely. There are so many amazing resources available, both online and offline.
Oh, yeah.
There are websites, books, apps that offer information, meal plans, tracking tools. You can also find registered dietitians and health coaches in your area who can provide personalized support and accountability.
It's about finding what works best for you.
Exactly. And don't forget about your doctor.
Right.
They can provide valuable guidance, monitor your progress, and address any health concerns that might come up along the way.
It's about working together as a team.
It is. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. There are so many resources and supportive people out there who can help you succeed.
That's a great message. I love that. So as we wrap up this segment of our deep dive, let's recap some of the key takeaways.
Okay, we talked about shifting our focus from short-term weight loss to long-term health and well-being, setting realistic goals, building a supportive network, developing a positive mindset, managing cravings, effectively navigating social situations, wisely breaking through plateaus with perseverance, and utilizing the resources that are available to us.
Wow, that's a lot of valuable information.
It is, but remember, it's a journey, not a destination. Enjoy the process and celebrate your successes along the way.
Great advice. And there's even more to uncover in our deep dive into natural weight loss. We'll be right back after a short break with part 3, where we'll explore some final tips and strategies to help you reach your goals.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the KenkoVibe podcast. We are wrapping up our deep dive into natural weight loss tips, and I'm feeling pretty inspired by all the strategies we've learned.
Yeah, it's amazing how many simple but powerful tools we have to help us reach our goals.
Absolutely. It's not about being perfect. It's about making progress and, creating a lifestyle that really supports our well-being. So let's dive into some final tips that can help us on our weight loss journey.
Okay, one strategy that can be super helpful is focusing on building healthy habits. It's those small everyday actions that we often take for granted, but they can make a huge difference in our overall health and weight.
Habits.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of habits are we talking about?
Well, think about the simple things you do each day that contribute to your well-being, like drinking enough water,
Yeah.
getting enough sleep, moving your body regularly. When you make those healthy habits part of your daily routine, they become second nature.
It's like they're on autopilot.
Exactly, and you don't have to put so much effort into thinking about them.
So how do these habits connect to weight loss?
When you're properly hydrated, you're less likely to mistake thirst for hunger and overeat.
Oh, that makes sense.
And when you're well rested, your hormones are more balanced, which can help regulate your appetite.
Right.
And then, of course, regular physical activity, that helps burn calories and boost your metabolism.
So it's all connected.
It is, those small habits can have a huge impact on your weight loss journey.
Okay, so now let's talk about stress management.
Okay.
What does stress have to do with weight?
When we're stressed, our bodies release a hormone called cortisol. And while cortisol is helpful in small doses, it can really mess with our appetite when we're chronically stressed. It makes us crave those sugary, fatty comfort foods.
It's like our bodies are trying to make us feel better with food.
Exactly. It's like a way of self-soothing. But as we know, those comfort foods often don't make us feel better in the long run.
Nope. So we need to find healthy ways to manage stress.
We do, whether it's exercise, meditation, spending time in nature, pursuing hobbies. You enjoy finding those outlets that help you de-stress is crucial.
So it's about finding what works for you.
It is.
Okay, now let's talk about self-care.
Yes, self-care is so important.
It's often seen as a luxury,
Mm.
but it's really essential for overall well-being, and it plays a big role in weight management.
Self-care is about taking care of our physical, mental, and emotional well-being, taking time to nourish ourselves and do things that bring us joy.
I like that.
And when we feel good, we're more likely to make healthy choices.
It's like when we take care of ourselves, we're less likely to turn to food for comfort.
Exactly. So what does self-care look like for you? It could be taking a relaxing bath, reading a good book, spending time with loved ones, pursuing a hobby.
Lots of options.
It is. It's about finding what fills your cup and makes you feel refreshed and recharged.
We all need that reminder sometime.
We do.
Okay, so let's talk about celebrating our successes.
Yes.
It's easy to get so focused on the end goal that we forget to appreciate how far we've come.
It's important to acknowledge those milestones no matter how small they seem.
Right.
You know, every step forward is a victory worth celebrating. It's those small wins that keep us motivated and remind us that we can do this.
Okay, so how should we celebrate?
Well, it's about finding ways to reward yourself that align with your goals and values. Maybe it's buying a new workout outfit, treating yourself to a massage, or just taking some time for yourself to relax and recharge.
I love those ideas. Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to emphasize something that I think is really important. It's finding joy in the process.
Ooh, yes.
Weight loss shouldn't feel like a punishment or a chore.
No, it should be about embracing a healthier lifestyle that makes you feel good in your body and mind.
And it's about finding activities you enjoy, foods you love, and a positive mindset that supports you along the way.
It's a journey, not a destination. So enjoy the process and celebrate your progress. Be kind to yourself.
Well said. So that wraps up our deep dive into natural weight loss tips.
I hope you found it helpful.
We covered a lot of ground, from the power of protein to the importance of self-care.
We did, and we hope you learned some valuable insights that you can use to improve your health and well-being.
Remember, it's all about finding what works for you, and you don't have to do it alone.
We're here to support you.
Thanks for tuning in to the KenkoVibe podcast. I'm Ethan Reed.
And I'm Grace Morgan. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share this episode with anyone who might find it helpful.
And until next time, keep vibing with KenkoVibe.